Scorpio, Spirit and Universe has sent you to me. I am the vessel. I have a gift and I desire to share it with you. I use angels, ancestors, and most importantly, Spirit and Universe to hopefully deliver you a message that is useful for you. Before we get started, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me some comments down below. Let me know how you like the reading. Let me know if anything resonated for you. If y'all don't know by now, I'm nosy. And I haven't done any of these know who you're dealing with readings in a bit. I've actually taken a break from readings. This is a month of fasting, so technology is something I've been trying to fast from. I apologize to you guys if you have been waiting for videos. Enough said, I'm here. Let's get into it. Spirit of Universe, who is Scorpio dealing with? How should they deal with them? Is this person who Scorpio is dealing with worth their time at all, Spirit? Scorpio, you have the Eight of Wands. First deck in Sagittarius. This is Sagittarius born in the first 10 days of the Sagittarius zodiac. So we're talking November Sag. So like November 22nd, you know, that 10-day bracket. The Sagittarius zodiac, right off rip, Scorpio, the Sagittarius zodiac is right near you, obviously. This specific decan, Eight of Wands, is sitting right outside of Scorpio. It's sitting right outside of your season, Scorpio. So this is you could be dealing with someone who is, they could be similar to you. They could be very similar to you, or you could be similar to them. Because if you are a third decan Scorpio, you are mutable. You're fixed, what I would like to call fixed mutable. So you're third decan Scorpio. So we 1 through 3 we have cardinal, we have fixed, and we have mutable. But you are a fixed water sign, Scorpio. But like I said, if you are born in that last 10 days of Scorpio, you are what I like to consider fixed mutable. Your decan, third decan Scorpio's last 10 days specifically, your decan would be ruled by Venus. With all that being said, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You guys could be a lot alike. You guys could actually enjoy a lot of the same things, but you guys can be very polar opposites in the same instance, being as though you are water and they are fire. A lot of times I've noticed in my personal life that I seem to attract Sagittarius. You could be a Scorpio just like me. I am Scorpio Sun. I actually have a Scorpio stellium, so I have Scorpio in 3 fairly influential positions. However, I tend to attract, I have attracted quite a few Sagittarius in my day. In my day. And we always seem to have really good connections. A lot of times I think you could be in a similar situation. A lot of times fire signs need, you know how they say opposites attract. We are opposites, Scorpio. We are opposites from fire signs. They're fire, we're water. We extinguish fire. Fire heats us up. This could be what I like to call a hot water situation. This could be somebody who, they could possibly make your blood boil at some points throughout your relationship or your connection with this Eight of Wands character. There could be a lot of times that you extinguish their fire. You tamp them down. You tamper them down a bit. You could be dealing with somebody who's in need or in search of that balance. Or you could be someone, Scorpio, that's in need of a heating up. Um, Fixed water, a lot of times we could, uh, in some cases, like some earth signs, we could get comfortable in a certain position or a certain situation. And a lot of times we can live our lives in the shadow, Scorpio. We are a night sign as well. So we could tend to live our lives in the shadow, and Sagittarius is a light sign. So they could be shining some light on your life, Scorpio. You could possibly be in a dark place. That's not uncommon for Scorpio. Um, we could be a bit volatile at times. I was going to say tumultuous. We could be a bit volatile at times. So our ups can be extreme ups, and our downs can be extreme downs. That's another reason why a word that's a word that characterizes our, and when I say our, I mean our, because again, I have a Scorpio stellium. My sun is in Scorpio. We can have intensity issues at times. We can have intensity issues. I know me. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of times I have to make sure I'm mindful of where I'm at spiritually, because if I get low, I can get really low. And sometimes when I'm up, it can be extreme. It can be intense up. I can be intense at times. So this could be someone. You could be dealing with someone that could. I think this energy is good for you, Scorpio. Again, we have the Eight of Wands, because I've been talking for a while. I hope you guys are still sticking around, but this, for whatever reason, triggered me. Spirit is really speaking through me with this card to you guys right now. This could be somebody who's absolutely good for you. This could absolutely be someone that get you out of your comfort zone, Scorpio. They could remind you how to have fun. They could be someone who reminds you to have fun and to enjoy yourself sometimes, because I like to refer to Sagittarius as the Cyndi Lauper of the zodiac. They are one of the more exciting, adventurous zodiacs in our zodiacal sphere. They're what I like to call the Cyndi Laupers of the zodiac. If you are a Sagittarius cross watcher watching, yeah, I said you a Cyndi Lauper type of energy. You just like to have fun. And the card, it says movement, speed, progress, quick decisions, sudden changes, and excitement. So like I was just saying, this could be somebody who could bring some sort of, dare I say, light into your life, because they are a light sign, Scorpio, and you are a night sign. We are a night sign. The next card you have coming out, Scorpio, is the Queen of Wands. I'm going to be honest with you. The court cards can be translated, for the most part, they're subjective. They can be translated into any of the corresponding zodiac signs as far as the element goes. So you could be dealing with, this could be a Sagittarius, or this could be any other fire sign that you're dealing with, Scorpio. The Queen of Wands could represent Leo. The Queen of Wands could represent Aries. You know, you could be dealing with a feminine Aries energy. But again, me personally, and Spirit knows this, I like to identify and correlate the Queen of Wands with Sagittarius. I really do. Mainly because Sagittarius is the mutable fire sign. So I really think that the mutable signs are commonly referred to as shapeshifters. They can be chameleons. They could, to a degree, they could meld with their partner, and you get what I'm trying to say. So that's why I like to identify the Queen of Wands as Sagittarius. Again, you could be dealing with the Sagittarius, Scorpio. This is somebody who's very loving. They could be very nurturing. This could be somebody who has kids. This is absolutely someone who I believe is like a social butterfly. I believe here in the image on the Queen's throne, I believe there is some butterflies in there, possibly. But we also have the sunflower. And she could be courageous as well, because we have the symbol for Leo on the throne as well. We have the lions. So she could be somebody that's courageous. She could be somebody that is not afraid to speak her mind. Social butterfly, she could be very charismatic. You could be dealing with somebody who's very charismatic. Or this doesn't necessarily have to be a female. This could just be a feminine energy. So you're dealing with somebody who's they're very nurturing. They're very encouraging. You're dealing with somebody who they could be the life of the party. They could be the life of the party, and I really believe that this is good for you, Scorpio. Especially if you are someone who finds themselves in a dark place or a sunken place or a depression. You absolutely do need this. You need this energy. This energy does a body good, like Tony the Tiger say. They're great. This energy is great for you, Scorpio. Right off the bat, before we even get into the third card, Scorpio, we got 2 yes cards. So Spirit is echoing the sentiment that yes and yes. Say yes to the dress. This could be somebody who is absolutely worth your time, Scorpio. 2 out of 3. Majority rules. No matter what the third card says. If you're somebody who is here just for the quickie, Scorpio, they are absolutely worth your time. But for those of you who love me and who are here for this game, and this knowledge, this clarity perhaps, let's get into this third card. If it's another fire card, I'm gonna be or it might be, we might have a Scorpio card that drops. Close. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is actually Cancer energy. Cardinal water. The 4 and the Cancer spectrum would be mutable due to my theories. So, Scorpio, we have cardinal mutable energy right now. You could be dealing with somebody who does want security, but they don't necessarily want to ask for it. You see the image in the card? They're being offered something, but they're acting like they're not really open to take it. You could be dealing with somebody who's very independent, Scorpio. You could be dealing with somebody who's very independent. They like to give, but they could be someone who has issues receiving. You could be dealing with somebody who is all about giving, but when it comes to receiving, they can be a bit awkward about it. It does say, as far as in the yes/no column, it does say maybe or unknown. But again, with these first 2 cards, this 8 of Wands and this Queen of Wands, we've already established that this person is somebody who's absolutely worth your time. Despite the fact that they might not be absolutely receptive to receiving love. They could be somebody who's dealing with some sort of trauma, some sort of childhood trauma. Um, I think a lot of our issues as humans stem from our childhoods. This could be somebody who, I hate to say it, I'm getting Ricky Bobby energies. Um, from the Ricky Bobby Talladega Nights movie. There's a scene in the movie where I believe it was Texas Ranger. One of the kids says to the grandfather, "Somebody must not have loved you enough when you were little." You could be dealing with somebody, Scorpio, that didn't really, they perhaps didn't get enough hugs when they were little. This is somebody who is, like I said, they could be awkward when it comes to receiving love. But they're all for giving. They're all for sharing. They're sharing themselves. They're giving themselves. They're giving their love. They're giving their attention. Like they're literally giving their soul and their spirit here. With the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. With the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. This is something that they love to do. They love, I feel like they love, I don't want to say they love the spotlight, but they love to be around people. They love to give themselves. They're very outgoing. They could be very straightforward as well. Here with the Eight of Wands. But yeah, again, Scorpio, this is somebody who's absolutely worth your time. But be aware that they could be someone that isn't necessarily open when it comes to receiving. This gives me, the vibe that this gives me is, this could be somebody who loves to gift you things. But like when it comes to you gifting them something, they are weird about it. Like they are weird about it. Like they don't know how to receive like kindness or love. They could, honestly, they could respond in a defensive kind of energy. Like I said, they could be very weird when it comes to receiving things, love, gifts, emotion. They could be closed off from sharing. They could be very guarded emotionally. You could be dealing with somebody who's very guarded emotionally. And this could be due to some sort of childhood trauma, some sort of trauma of some sort. Maybe they were in a situation where they shared something with someone and that person took what they, told them in confidence and used it against them. But give them time. Give them time. They will change. I do believe that this is someone who will change. Scorpio. They're capable of changing. I feel like they need you to pour into them, as well as you need them to pour into you. Before we get out of here, Scorpio, I am going to draw a card from the affirmations deck. Let's see if we can get any final words of encouragement from Spirit for you. This could be either you or them, Scorpio. But the final word from Spirit is you are a whole ass vibe, Scorpio. I appreciate you guys for joining me today. Much love to all you. Remember, every day is a blessing, even when it don't feel like it. Peace.